Hello, Pisces. Welcome. Thank you for being here. This is going to be a general read, so of course everything may not resonate. Take what does and leave the rest. And for more tarot readings after this, please check out my wife's channel with Val 53 Tarot Series review as well. Thank you. All right, so let's see what's going on. Okay, I haven't seen that one before, Pisces. Um, the message comes through with the very first cards. It's sort of like when you go to like a fish store, an aquarium. Usually, you see the sign on the window that says "Don't tap on the glass, please." Why? Because it scares the fish. They feel the vibrations through the window and into the water, and the fish swim away, and they're like, "Yeah, fuck this, no." Almost by instinct. By instinct. That's funny. Uh, that's funny. That's just an energy. That's, like I said, that's instinct. It's sort of like if there's something going on, like very quickly, it's like trust yourself. Trust yourself. Trust your instincts. I guess just jumping right in. Just trust your instincts, Pisces. There's an energy that is like, I don't know why I'm picturing fish because Pisces, but um, they swim, like for the example, they swim away from the window, they swim away from the glass, and they're like, fuck this. And so they get out into a calmer area of the water, and they kind of like turn around, they kind of like just eyeball it, and then they kind of just see like what is going on that's kind of setting off the alarms inside. They're kind of like, okay, what is this? And so they kind of like slowly begin to inspect in their environment and their situation. They're starting to kind of like be curious and become a little bit more familiar. And as they go through this process, um, things are changing on small energetic levels. And it's like, okay, but that's an interesting situation. That's an energy of just instinct of like, okay, this fuck this doesn't feel right. Just point blank, it doesn't feel right. It's just no. And but the way you respond to this is something else. That is some, I haven't seen that one before. This is an energy of, geez, Pisces, you move quick. Those emotions, they move quick, but they move so quick in such like this is crazy. I have not seen this before. I appreciate the information. This is like that energy of the instincts of like, what is that? Like, it's like alarm, alarm, alarm. But emotionally speaking, there's something with you that's just kind of like, whatever. That is just like, and it's like, when that alarm goes off, you check it, like shut that shit off. You shut that shit off so fast, and you're like, no, I'm not going to allow my head, my mind, my thoughts, my stress, my anxiety, my fear to rule me. That's like, and you can shut the fuck up. I don't give a shit. I would rather do this. I have not seen that. That is weird. Energetically speaking, walking on water. Walking on water, Pisces. You Jesus is here for Halloween. Walking on water. That is like, I will not allow my fear to control me. I will not allow my mind to play tricks or games on me. What you're saying is, I decide how I deal with this and process my situation. I am not a byproduct of my environment, my situation, what I'm up against. I am not a byproduct. This is you taking and stepping into your power, Pisces. This is you stepping into your power. They're like, fuck this, I'm gonna do this. That is, some people might call that common sense. Like, yeah, no, that don't feel good. I'm not gonna do that. That doesn't align with what I want, nor does it just feel good. I'm not gonna do that. It's I want to do this instead. That is funny. I have not. That's so crazy. I have not seen that energy just like be turned off like a switch. Just like no. It's like everyone's alarm clock in the morning. It just goes off like. You're just like, I don't give a shit. But for the anxiety in the mind, that yeah. I mean, that is crazy. That is so crazy. It goes from the static of the mind to the stillness of the heart and the knowing. That's faith. That's like, fuck what the wind is doing. I want to swim under the water. That's in your element. That is in your element. By the way, Pisces, whatever you're doing will work. It's gonna be yeah, and there's your energy as we're talking about this. It'll work. It's just it's going to be a slight adjustment, and that, like I said, that's the thing about the familiarity with it, your environment or your situations. It's going to work. It's just it's a bit of an adjustment. There's the devil. Uh-oh. Oh, goodness gracious. Pisces, what are you doing? Such a good positive energy. What are you doing? You like being a Pisces. You can't help it. Okay. Ooh, you can't help it. There's a Three of Swords. You got back in your head again. I mean, that's how. What happened with that? How does that happen just like that? You're like, I don't know. So that's interesting. So what's in it when it's in your environment, when your circumstances, you know how to turn that switch off quickly. But when it comes to your own, like, I don't understand that. Like when it's almost kind of like this, when it starts from within, that's like a completely different. You're like, where's the switch? Where's the switch? Where's the switch? Like trying to find a light switch in the dark, pitch black. Where's the switch? I don't know how. I can't control it. Like Pisces. You're like, I know. Oh. How does that make sense? How does that make sense, Pisces? You're doing your fish thing. You're swimming around. You're interesting. What is that? New territory. New territory. You're exploring the ocean today. It's a big blue ocean out there. Pisces. You want to be a fish or you want to be a shark? You want to swim with you want to swim with the school of fish or do you want to be a shark? It's not a matter of going with the crowd, it's your mentality. Sometimes sharks swim in packs. You can still be a school of fish within, and be a shark. You know that, right? Unless you want to be a blue whale. You want to be a whale? I'm not talking about size. I'm just talking about the energy of a whale is a big fish. Um, those swim in packs too. I don't think packs is the right word, but they swim in groups. They do travel together. They do things together. Um, what is that? What is that? Your mind is playing tricks on you. Your mind is playing tricks on you, Pisces. I don't understand like why that is over there though. Why is your mind playing tricks on you over there, and you know how to shut it off? But then when your mind plays tricks on you over here, it's like you kind of like energetically you fall for your own trap. Now I'm thinking about Little Nemo. Energetically, just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. But then all of a sudden you like energetically, I don't know what this new territory is, but you reach this point or this line where it's kind of like, oh fuck, what is this? In that new whatever that new energy is, your alarms are going off, but in this time, unfortunately, you're kind of like switching into that fight or flight survival mode where you're like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. And now you're kind of it's weird. Now you're like rethinking and re-questioning everything about yourself. And it's like, Pisces, like trust yourself and listen to yourself. Learn from yourself. Learn from yourself. What you did over here worked. What you're doing over here is not working. That's interesting. You're kind of saying, geez, you're kind of emphasizing like, do you want to be? I don't know. What do you want to be? When we're thinking about territory and unexplored areas, the typical saying is like, do you want to be a fish in a pond, or do you want to be a big fish in a small pond, or do you want to be a big fish in a big pond? That's what you're kind of emphasizing over here is like you're playing around in these pools of water or these certain areas, and you're like, I want to kind of like select, I want to kind of select my area or my territory or my I don't know. But then over here, the great blue sea, that is like, you're not ready for that, Pisces. I don't know what that energy is, but you're not ready for that. That's an energy where that's where the blue whales swim. And that's the thing. It's sort of like you have to kind of expand your perspective in order to swim where the whales swim. School of fish all stick together. They kind of stick in a little bit more of a shallow area. Sharks go into a little bit deeper water. They do swim with whales too. But energetic, whatever this whale energy is over here, that it's almost kind of like that. What's that old school shark game? It's like 2D, where you just swim around eating fish, and the more fish you eat, the bigger you become, and the bigger that you become, it's like you have to expand your territory and your environment. You have to start thinking bigger too, because as you get bigger, you have to start thinking bigger too, and you have to kind of your perspective in what you do and how you are and how you be starts to change with your environment. It's kind of like saying if you have a pot or a plant, and the bigger it gets, guess what? You're going to need a bigger pot. You can't be a big plant in a small pot and think that you're going to go anywhere else. It's like, no, you have to Put the plant in a bigger pot so you can continue growing and expanding. Fear. That's your comfort. That's your fear. And once again, it's just kind of like you got to get back to that energy and that same mindset as over here is like just go with the flow, Pisces. You're being faced and confronted with something that is fear, like causing fear within you. Which over here you're kind of like, yeah, fuck it, whatever. Over here you're kind of like, I don't know. You have to kind of face that fear and kind of work through that fear. And I don't know why there's this energy of like, I know. It's kind of like when someone's learning how to swim in a swimming pool, like a little kid. They have their floaties, they're good. Okay, go for a swim, just flap. As you get older, those floaties got to come off. Like you can start swimming on your own. You don't need the air bubbles. Um, you just got to get used to it. You just got to confront that fear over and over and over again until it's kind of like, here we are. Like I said, that means this energy over here, you're so used to being like, oh, I know what this alarm is. I've dealt with this alarm so many times, but you haven't dealt with this one, and that's the difference. This is a new type of alarm. Like, what the fuck is that? I don't know what that sound is. I don't know what that situation is. I haven't confronted that dragon yet. You're about to. You're about to confront that dragon. Yeah, very quickly you do work with it though. You're like, huh? I see the wheels turning. You very quickly you do work with it. You're like, all right. Literally, maybe unless you just kind of tell yourself that, Pisces, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. But again, it's sort of this energy of like, okay, step by step by step, increment by increment by increment. You are working with it. You are working with it. Interesting. I mean, it could be addiction, substances, and vices too. It could be. Also, there is a potential of third party energy in this. If that's the case, you're keeping it hush hush, Pisces. If that's a third party, you're keeping it hush hush. You're like, shit. Um, Interesting. That means that's a crutch or a dependency on something or on someone. What is that? Yeah, there's the Two of Cups. Like I said, it's that's some form of toxicity. Oh goodness gracious, Pisces. Once again, you're like, I know. Okay, so what you're saying here is, yeah, you keep reemphasizing like, I know. If you know, then that's half the battle. Um, it's a sad thing. It's a sad thing to see pollution in the waters. It's a sad thing. Trash and toxicity, and people who don't um, put trash where trash needs to go. And then what happens is because they litter in their environment, everything and everyone else suffers because of it. It's a sad thing to see. They're like all of a sudden you see like a sea turtle with like a plastic, I don't know, a plastic Coke thing, around its neck, struggling to breathe. Um, I feel like that's what you're doing is you're navigating whatever these waters are, these territories. I don't know what that toxicity or situation is all about, whether it's a third party or whether it's substances, vices, and addictions. I don't know. You're kind of showing me it could be all the above and possibilities. But you are realizing, like, shit, I need to cut some sort of shit out. So that lets me know that there is some form of toxicity that you need to kind of cleanse or purge yourself from. I don't know what this is, or who this could be, or who they could be. But whatever this is, you're also emphasizing, like, oh shit, I need to be transparent. Yeah. Um, yeah. I don't know what or who that is, Pisces. I don't. Ooh. Yeah. Unfinished. I don't know what that is. Unfinished business. Interesting. Unfinished business. Jeez Louise. Jeez, jeez, jeez. How'd you get yourself in those waters? How'd you, like, where'd you kind of wandered off someplace, Pisces? You kind of wandered off. Yeah, you wandered off. Ooh, Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Once again, you're like, I know, I know, I know. Then if you know Pisces, then I don't know what to tell you. There's a tower. I know, I know. Yeah, then I don't know what to tell you. Something kind of tells me, for the sake of the adrenaline, or for the sake of the excitement or the adrenaline rush, or some form of, like, comfort or like familiarity, you got yourself into some toxic waters, and you're like, ooh, exciting, something fun, something different. But at the same time, you're like, I know, I know, I know, and now it's like, it's interesting. Um, what's that? A sea dragon? You came across a sea dragon. I'm pretty sure those can eat a whale. I'm pretty sure that can eat a whale. This is one of those situations where it's there's always something. There's always something else out there that, that's nature. That is cold. That is cold. That is real cold. I mean, cold as the grave, Pisces. You're showing me energy that is cold as the grave. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, or who that's around, or who that's with. Um, but damn, 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 damn. I'm looking at grave energy, and I mean the grave energy. There's a Ten of Swords. Everyone knows the traditional Ten of Swords has someone with 10 swords in their back. Um, and there's the Ace of Swords coming out after that. Once again, it's an energy of, like, I know, I know, I know. It's like, shit. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You're kind of showing me as well. Yeah, your energy keeps popping out. Yeah, you keep showing me, energetically speaking, dance or 666 dance with the devil. It's a song, and there's the hangman on top of the deck. It's a song. Party with the devil, dance with the devil. Um, that is a poker face. That's a strong poker face. Very similar to Scorpio energy. Um, don't know. I kind of feel like unfortunately, hunters, everything can be caught. So even if there's a sea dragon going after a well, guess what? I'm sure there's a boat, just like Moby Dick. There's a boat full of people who are looking to hunt just for the sake of sport. Um, I don't know what this is, Pisces. You're kind of emphasizing like, shit, I hope I don't get caught. Oops. We'll see. Bye.